Okay, good morning, students. So, in the previous class, we have discussed the solution for state equations. Solution for state equations in discrete form. Discrete form. And the solutions for the discrete systems or the digital systems based state equations are x of k plus 1 into t is equal to phi of t into x of kt plus theta of t into u of kt and c of kt is equal to d into x of kt plus e into u of kt. These are the solution for the state equations which are represented in the discrete form. Okay. So based upon this condition, we are going to solve some of the problems in this class. Okay. So try to solve the problems for today. Yeah. This is the statement of the problem. Once look into it. The dynamic equations of a linear process are given below. The dynamic equations of a linear process are given below. Find the discrete state equations of the system. Find the discrete state equations of the system. Okay. So in this one, he has given dy dt of x1 of t, d by dt of x2 of t is equal to 0 1 minus 2 minus 3 x1 of t x2 of t plus 0 1 into u of t, and c of t he has given as x1 of t, x1 of t. So this is the statement of the problem which is given, and we need to find out the dynamic equations, sorry, we need to find out the discrete state equations of the system. Discrete state equations of the system. What is the discrete state equations? As we have discussed earlier, that is x of k plus 1. X of k plus 1 into t is equal to phi of t into x of kt plus theta of t into u of kt. This is the state equation of the digital system. State equation of the digital system. We need to find out this x of k plus 1 into t and c of kt. We need to find out these two things. So based upon the statement of the problem, we are able to find out that this matrix is going to be representing the equation x1 of t and x2 of t is equal to a into x1 of t plus b into u of t. This matrix is going to be representing as x star of t, sorry, x dot of t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t. So this particular matrix 2 by 2 matrix is called as A, and this 2 by 1 matrix is represented as B. Okay, based upon the equation x1 of t is equal to A into x1 of t, x of t plus b into u of t. Based upon that particular equation, comparing this particular 2 by 2 matrix is called as A and this matrix is called as B. Okay, therefore from the statement of the problem we can write capital A is equal to 0 1 minus 2 minus 3, that is nothing but the 2 by 2 matrix, and B is equal to 0 1, this is 2 by 1 matrix, and we need to find out the state equation for this particular digital system. Okay, so what is the expression for the state equation? That is x of k plus 1 into t is equal to phi of t into x of kt plus theta of t into u of kt. Okay, what is phi of t here? What is phi of t? It is nothing but the state transition matrix. State transition matrix. Okay, so so in the given statement of the problem, they had asked us the given statement of the problem, the variables are represented as t. Variables are represented as t. That means it is a continuous time signal. Continuous time signal. The given statement is in continuous time signal, not in the discrete time signal. So in order to find out the state transition matrix, that is nothing but the phi of t, it is going to be represented as, SA minus a whole inverse, that is nothing but the Laplace inverse of SA minus a whole inverse. Why? Because the given statement is in continuous form. So the state transition matrix is going to be represented as, with the help of the formula, that is Laplace inverse of SA minus a whole inverse. SA minus a whole inverse. So SA minus a is going to be represented as, S is nothing but the variable or a constant, and it is going to be multiplied with the identity matrix minus a. Therefore, this Si minus a is going to be represented as S minus 1 to S plus 3. Okay, this is the Si minus a matrix, and we have to calculate the modulus of this one. That is nothing but, in order to find out the Si minus a whole inverse, we have to take the modulus of this particular matrix Si minus a. Therefore, modulus of Si minus a can be taken as S into S plus 3 plus 2. That is nothing but this matrix. Modulus of this particular matrix S into S plus 3 plus 2 is equal to S square plus 3S plus 2. It can be represented as S plus 1 into S plus 2. S plus 1 into S plus 2. Okay. Therefore, the state transition matrix can be taken as the Laplace inverse of Si minus a whole inverse. Therefore, Si minus a whole inverse is going to be taken as 1 divided by modulus of Si minus a into S plus 3 into S. That means these two values are going to be interchanged. In order to find out the inverse of this particular matrix, 1 divided by modulus of Si minus a into these two particular variables are going to be interchanged, and these two variable signs are going to be changed. Okay, so therefore the inverse of the Si minus a is going to be taken as 1 divided by modulus of Si minus a into S plus 3 into S, and these two signs are going to be changed. Okay, so previously we have calculated the modulus of Si minus a, it is S plus 1 into S plus 2, and this is the matrix. So Si minus a whole inverse is going to be obtained as, that means multiplication of this particular variable inside. So after certain calculations, we are going to get 2 divided by S plus 1 minus 1 divided by S plus 2 into 1 divided by S plus 1 minus 1 divided by S plus 2 minus 2 divided by S plus 1 plus 2 divided by S plus 2 minus 1 divided by S plus 1 plus 2 divided by S plus 2. This is the inverse matrix we have obtained. So in order to find out the state transition matrix, we are having the expression that is Laplace inverse of this particular inverse matrix. Therefore, with the application of the Laplace inverse of this particular matrix, it is going to be obtained as 2 into e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. This is this one. 2 into e power minus t minus e power minus 2t, and this one is e power minus t minus e power minus 2t, and this one is minus 2 into e power minus t plus 2 into e power minus 2t, and this one is minus e power minus t plus 2 into e power minus 2t. So this is the state transition matrix we have obtained. Okay, that is nothing but e power phi of t. Up to now, we have obtained only this particular phi of t. The state the state equation of the digital system is nothing but phi of t into x of t plus theta of t into u of t. Okay. we have to obtain the value of phi of capital T. Therefore, just replacing the small t with capital T, we are going to get 2 into e power minus capital T minus e power minus 2t into e power minus capital T into e power minus 2t. That means just replacing the small t with the capital T value, we are going to get the phi of t. Okay. After that, we need to calculate the value of theta of t. Theta of t. Theta of t is nothing but the integral value of 0 to t phi of t minus capital tau into b into t tau. Okay, so this is the value. This is the value that is nothing but it is represented in t, but we have to get the value of integral of phi of t minus tau. T minus tau means just replacing this particular t with t minus tau, and it has to be multiplied with b. B matrix we have obtained as 2 by 1 matrix, that is 0 1. Okay, okay, so phi of t minus tau into b, we are going to get integral from 0 to t. After multiplication we are going to get this particular matrix. After multiplication we are going to get this particular matrix. Okay, so after certain integration and substitution of these values, we are going to get the value of theta t, theta of tau, or theta of t is equal to 0.5 minus e power minus t plus 0.5 into e power minus 2t e power minus t minus e power minus 2t. Okay, so this is the values of phi of t and this is the value of theta of t. So based upon this particular state equation, we are going to substitute the values here. That is x of k plus 1 into t is going to be obtained as 2 by 2 matrix, that is x1 of k plus 1 into t and x2 of k plus 1 into t is equal to the theta of t, sorry, phi of t matrix we have obtained, that is the state transition matrix, into x of kt is nothing but x1 of kt, x2 of kt, it is the 2 by 2 matrix, plus theta of t we have obtained into u of kt. So in this way we are going to find out the state equation of the digital system. That means we need to find out the discrete state equation of the system. And these kind of problems can be asked for 7 marks. Okay. These kind of problems are going to be asked for the 7 marks. It is directly a problem. Just substituting of this value, that is nothing but the calculating of the phi of kt and theta of kt, we are going to get the x of k plus 1 into t values, x of k plus 1 into t value. Okay, that is nothing but the discrete state equation of the system. And next one is so the next topic is nothing but the relationship between the state equation and the transfer function. Okay, so we are having the discrete state equations as x of k plus 1 into t is equal to a into x of kt plus b into u of kt, and c of kt is equal to d into x of kt plus e into u of kt. Okay, so just taking the Z transform for this particular two equations, we are going to get this one as x of z is equal to z minus 1 a zi minus a whole inverse into z into x of 0 plus zi minus a whole inverse into b into u of z, and c of z is d into x of z plus e into u of z. So just substituting the value of x of z here, this substituting this particular x of z value in this particular equation, that is in c of z, we are going to get the c of z value as d into x of z value is this one plus e into u of z. So after substituting this one, let us consider or assume the initial state of x of 0 as 0 matrix. That is nothing but the null matrix. This particular 0 matrix x of 0 is going to be considered as a null matrix. Therefore, C of z is going to be obtained as d into zi minus a whole inverse into b into u of z plus e into u of z. C of z is equal to d into zi minus a whole inverse into b into u of z plus e into u of z. Taking u of z value as a common and taking it to the other side, we are going to get C of z divided by u of z is equal to d into zi minus a whole inverse into b plus e. D into zi minus a whole inverse into b plus e. Okay, so this is the formula which is used to find out the transfer function of the discrete system. Transfer function of the discrete system, that is C of z divided by u of z is equal to d into zi minus a whole inverse into b plus e. So in this way we are going to find out, that means with this particular equation we are going to find out the transfer function of the discrete system for the discrete state equation. Based upon the discrete state equation, we are going to find out the transfer function also. Okay. Next one is find the state transition matrix of the following system. Okay. So find the state transition matrix of the following system, that is x of k plus 1 is equal to minus 1 1 0 minus 1 x1 of k x2 of k plus 0 1 into u of k, and y of k is equal to 1 1 into u of k. We need to find out the state transition matrix of the following system. Okay, so for calculating the state transition matrix, we are having two different expressions, that is phi of t is equal to Laplace inverse of Si minus a whole inverse, and also we are having the expression that is phi of kt is equal to z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z. Two different equations we have framed for determination of the state transition matrix. Okay, so which formula we have to use? So in order to use this particular formulas, if the given statement, that means if the problem is asked us to find out the state transition matrix, that means if the given statement of the problem is expressed in x of t, that is continuous system, you have to use the formula that is Laplace inverse of Si minus a whole inverse. Or else, if the system is given in x of k, is x represented as x of k, that is discrete system, you have to use the expression that is phi of kt is equal to z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay, if the system is represented in continuous, then you have to use phi of t value as, that is state transition matrix, as Laplace inverse of Si minus a whole inverse. Or else, if the given system is represented in x of kt or x of k, the state transition matrix is going to be calculated with the expression that is z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay, so in this one, in this statement of the problem, he has asked us to find out the state transition matrix, and it is given in the form of x of k plus 1. X of k plus 1 is equal to minus 1 1 0 minus 1 into x1 of k x2 of k plus 0 1 into u of k, and y of k he has given value as 1 1 into u of k. Okay, so based upon this particular equations, we are going to obtain the matrices, that is, this is the matrix A and this is the matrix B. This is the matrix A and this is the matrix B. Whereas coming for the y of k value, that is the output equation, we are going to get only 1 1 into u of k. U of k means what is the other value of this particular one? It is, so just comparing this particular equation with this equation, d into x of k plus e into u of k. There is no x values in this particular output equation. That means the matrix D is 0. And E value is nothing but the matrix 1 by 2 matrix, that is 1 1. Okay. So just comparing this particular statement of the problem with these equations, we are going to obtain the matrices of A, B and C, sorry, A, B and E like this. And the given statement is in the form of x of k plus 1. X of k plus 1, we are going to find out the state transition matrix. That means we are having the expression that is y of kt is equal to z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z. Zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay. So zi minus a is nothing but z into identity matrix minus a. We are going to get z plus 1 into minus 1, 0, z plus 1. And z minus a whole inverse is going to be obtained as 1 divided by modulus of z minus a into z plus 1. Z plus 1 is going to be taken small, that is interchanging of these two values are equal. Why? Because two values are z plus 1, and changing of these values, we are going to get the matrix of zi minus a whole inverse is equal to 1 divided by z plus 1, 1 divided by z plus 1 whole square, 0, and 1 divided by z plus 1. So we need to find out the inverse Z transform of this particular matrix, that is Z inverse of this particular matrix. So uh, we are going to find out the inverse Z transform of this particular values individually. We are going to get Z inverse of Z divided by Z plus 1 is equal to we are going to get the value of Z inverse of this particular Z divided by Z plus 1 as minus 1 whole power k, minus 1 whole power k, and z divided by z plus 1 whole square is equal to 1 divided by 2 minus 1 factorial into limit z tends to 1 d by dz of this particular value. So upon certain calculations, we are going to get the value of z divided by z plus 1 whole square as k into minus 1 whole power k minus 1. Okay, so the state transition matrix is going to be obtained as phi of kt is equal to z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z, and we are going to get the value that is minus 1 whole power k, k1 k into minus 1 whole power k minus 1, 0, and minus 1 whole power k. Okay, so in this way we are going to calculate the state transition matrix for this particular problem. State transition matrix for this particular problem. So make sure that we are having the two different formulas for calculating the state transition matrix. One is represented for continuous and the second one is represented for the discrete or digital systems. Okay, so for calculating the state transition matrix for the continuous system, we are going to use the formula Laplace inverse of Si minus a whole inverse. And also, in order to find out the state transition matrix for the discrete systems, we are having the expression that is phi of kt is equal to z inverse of zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay, so in this way, we are going to calculate the state transition matrix for the system given. Okay, so next we are going to calculate the next problem, that is this is the statement of the problem. Find the state transition matrix and also draw the block diagram of the discrete system described by the state model. So in this statement of the problem, we need to find out the two particular things. One is the state transition matrix and the second one is the block diagram of the discrete time system. We need to determine the two particular values. One is the state transition matrix and the second one is the we need to draw the block diagram of the discrete time representing the state model, representing the state matrix. Okay, so here is the values we have given: x1 of k plus 1, x2 of k plus 2 is equal to 4 0 0 2 x1 of k x2 of k in plus 1 1 into u of k, and output equation y of k is equal to 3 5 into x1 of k x2 of k plus 10. So from this particular values, so from this particular given values, we are going to obtain the matrices of A, B, and this one is C. So this one is D, and this one is E. A matrix, B matrix, D matrix, and E. Okay. So why? Because while comparing these particular expressions with the state equations, we are going to get the values of matrices. That is, A as 2 by 2 matrix, B as 2 by 1 matrix, D as 1 by 2 matrix, and E value is 10. Okay, so we need to find out the state transmission matrix of this particular values. So the given problem is in the form of the discrete. So for calculating the discrete state transition matrix, we are having the expression z inverse of z minus zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay, so zi minus a is going to be obtained as z minus 4 is 0 0 z minus 2, and z minus a whole inverse is going to be obtained as 1 divided by that value z minus 4 into z minus 2, and these two values are going to be interchanged, and signs of these particular values are going to be interchanged. So the values are 0, there is no need to exchange the signs. Zi minus a whole inverse is going to be obtained as 1 divided by z minus 4, 0 0 1 divided by z minus 1, and the state transition matrix we are going to obtain is zi minus a whole inverse into z. Okay, so z inverse into z divided by z minus 4, 0 z 0 z divided by z minus 2. So the z inverse of this particular value is nothing but z divided by z minus 4, z minus a, that is nothing but a power k, that is a value is 4, 4 power k, 0 0 into 2 power k. This is the state transition matrix we are going to be obtained for this one, and we need to find out the transfer function of this particular one. In order to draw the block diagram of this particular discrete time system, we need to find out the transfer function of this particular system. Okay, so in the previous topic we have framed the expression for the transfer function of the system, that is here. C of z divided by u of z is going to be obtained as d into zi minus a whole inverse into b plus e. Okay, so with this particular expression we are going to obtain the transfer function of this particular system, that is C of z divided by u of z is equal to d into zi minus a whole inverse into b plus e. Okay, so therefore C of z divided by u of z is equal to, the matrix of D is 3 5, and zi minus a whole inverse is 1 divided by z minus 4, 0 0 into 1 divided by z minus 2 into B matrix is 1 1 plus 10. So upon simplification and calculation, we are going to get the C of z divided by u of z value is 3 divided by z minus 4 plus 5 divided by z minus 2 plus 10. So this is the transfer function of the discrete system we are going to obtain. Now we have to draw the block diagram for the representation of the state model. So try to understand this particular topic. It is very, very important. Based upon this particular topic only, you are going to solve the remaining problems in this chapter. So this is the expression we are going to get. Now, this is the block diagram representation. C of z divided by u of z is equal to 10 plus 3 divided by z minus 4 plus 5 divided by z minus 2. Representing these values in power of z inverse values, that is 10 plus 3 z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 z inverse plus 5 z inverse divided by 1 minus 2 into z inverse. Okay, so now in order to form the block diagram representation, we have to identify how many energy terms are there. How many energy terms are there. Energy terms means how many Z inverse terms are there. Okay, so try to understand this particular equation 10. So there is no Z inverse terms in this one, and the second term we are having is 3 Z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 Z inverse. That means this particular value has to be represented as one block, and also this particular block is also going to be represented as one block, and this one. All these values are going to be added as a summing part. Okay, this is one value, and this is one value, and this is one value. This is one block, second block, and third block. Okay, so try to observe this particular block. In this one, the starting term is 10. All the values are going to be connected to the summing term. So this is the value. So 10 value, 10 is nothing but represented as a one block, and it is going to be connected to the summing point. And the second term we are going to get is 3z square divided by 1 minus 4z power minus 1. 3z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse. So z inverse term is going to be represented here, and the z inverse is going to be multiplied with the 3, and the feedback term we are going to get as 4. So try to observe this particular block. Try to observe this particular block. It is going to be represented as g of s, and this is h of z. G of z and h of z. What is the feedback of this? Sorry, what is the transfer function of this particular one? It is nothing but g of s divided by 1 minus g of s into h of s. G of s divided by 1 minus g of s into h of s. This particular block. So try to observe this one. So 3 into z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse. 3 is going to be taken separately, and remaining part, that is z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse, is going to be represented like this. This is the g of s term, and this is the h of s term. So connecting these particular values, we are going to get as g of s divided by 1 minus g of s into h of s. Let us consider this g of s as z inverse, and h of s is 4. So just connecting this particular value, we are going to obtain as z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse. Z inverse value is g of s, h of s value is 4. Therefore, just connecting this particular block, we are going to get z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse, and it has to be, that particular total block is going to be multiplied with 3. We are going to get this particular block. Okay, this particular representation is nothing but z inverse divided by 1 minus 4 into z inverse, and it has to be multiplied with 3, and its value is going to be connected to the summing point. Okay, in the same fashion, we are going to be representing this 5 into z inverse divided by 1 minus 2 into z inverse. 5 is going to be taken separately, and z inverse value and 2 value is going to be connected in the feedback path. We are going to get z inverse divided by 2 into, sorry, z inverse divided by 1 minus 2 into z inverse, and it has to be multiplied with 5, and it is going to be connected to the summing point. So in this way, we are going to construct the block diagram of this particular transfer function. Okay, so in this one, we are going to obtain, that means we have to represent this particular entire block as a state model. Okay, so this is the representation, that is nothing but in uh, block diagram representation. Here the input part is going to be taken as x1 of k plus 1. So whenever the x1 of k plus 1 is going to be multiplied with the z inverse, that means if you are going to take the z inverse value of this particular x1 of k plus 1, it is going to be converted as x1 of k. And similarly, x2 of k plus 1 is going to be multiplied with z inverse, it is going to be converted as x2 of k. x2 of k. Okay, so from this block diagram, from this particular block diagram, how we are able to find out the expression, that is x1 of k plus 1 is going to be obtained as, so here x1 of k plus 1 is going to be obtained as this particular summing point is called as the x1 of k plus 1. What are the two particular values are going to be obtained? One is the u of k, and the second one is we are going to get as x1 into 4. x1 x1 of k into 4. That means x1 of k plus 1 is going to be obtained as u of k plus 4 into x1 of k. 4 into x1 of k. From this particular block diagram, just we are going to obtain the value of x1 of k plus 1 as, what are the two summing values are going to be obtained here? One is the u of k and the second one is x1 of k into 4. So x1 of k plus 1 is going to be obtained as u of k plus 4 into x1 of k. That we have written here. x1 of k plus 1 is equal to 4 into x1 of k plus u of k, and similarly in the same fashion x2 of k plus 1 is going to be represented as, what are the two summing values we are going to get? One is the u of k and the second one is 2 into x2 of k. Therefore x2 of k plus 1 is going to be represented as 2 into x2 of k plus u of k. Okay, and the output equation we are going to get, that is, this is the c value we are going to obtain as, this value we are going to obtain as c of k is equal to x1 of k into 3, x2 of k into 5, 10 into u of k. Here 10 into u of k. Therefore c of k value is 3 into x1 of k plus 5 into x2 of k plus 10 into u of k. Okay, these are the values and these are the state equations. This is just comparing this particular equation. This is the given statement of the problem. So from the block diagram we can also obtain the values of this particular, that is nothing but the transfer function, state model of this particular, right? Okay, so based upon this we are going to solve so many problems in the next class. So I hope that all of you understand how to represent the block diagram for the given transfer function. Okay, so with this I am going to wind up the class for today. Thank you everyone, have a nice day.